Ahoy there, it's the metal. You ever just wake up and you're like, today has a theme, right? Like you have a song is playing through your head that represents today. Well, today feels like a Crash Band themed day. Don't ask me why, it just does. The song started playing in my head immediately. It's kind of a energetic day. I guess is probably why the song started playing. But that is what today feels like. You'd think it'd be Airman because of how windy it is, but no, it's a Crash Band day. But, I'm getting my exercise, walking about like normal. And I guess what started, what I want to start about is I started playing this game called Genshin Impact. It's a pretty fun one. It basically plays like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And as a bunch of games have been ripping off lately. What was it like? There's Craftopia is one of them. I don't know how they're getting away with it. I guess technically it's a new game, but a lot of games they almost look like they're using the exact same mechanic and assets, especially Craftopia, right? It looks like they basically took Breath of the Wild, tore it apart, reassembled it, and added their own stuff, and somehow this counts as an homage and not just blatant plagiarism. But I've been playing Genshin Impact. It's a new, or I started yesterday because it just came out. It's a new game from China, so if you've got problems with that, that's probably your time to check out from that conversation right away. But that's a mixed bag, and I don't really want to get into the China thing right now. Though I'll probably go on a full China rant at some point, maybe on the podcast, not here. But it's a fun game. It's an open world RPG. It's a mobile game. You can play it on your computer. I prefer playing on the computer. I have it on both. But it plays really well for a mobile game. You basically, it's an isekai. You get isekai'd into the world. There's a set of twins, which is their way of letting you pick whether you want to be a boy or a girl. And I like that. I don't like... It's not that I completely dislike custom characters or creative characters. I just think a lot of times the act of making a creative character kind of ruins a game. I'm not sure if I like the fact that your character has no voice lines, as far as I could tell. Kind of the big point of not having a creative character is so your character can have a voice line and interact with the world. Whatever. But I do like that it's a solid character, it's a solid story. Because they're a set of fraternal twins, they're interchangeable in that sense. It's just whichever one gets sent to where you are, whichever one gets sent to the other place. And you're kind of trying to hunt your twin down. So there's a story arc for your character right away. You're collecting other characters. It's got like classic RPG mechanics. You're leveling up. You are... collecting items for your character. Your weapons never break. But it's got like stamina and climbing mechanics, like Breath of the Wild. It's got gliding mechanics too. The gliding mechanics are actually a very big part of this game. You have to do this whole little, I wouldn't say sub-quest because it's part of the main line quest, the main quest line, but you do have to do stuff for it. You have to get a license at one point, like a permit, to be able to glide in town. Not that you actually need it, it's just a plot thing. So there's like gliding courses. Combat's pretty fun. Because it's a mobile game, everything kind of like auto-locks. I don't like that. I wish there was like a lock-on toggle button, like in Zelda, how you can do like Z targeting and stuff like that. That would be cool. But it's got to be limited to some degree. You don't even have a controller. You're just, pushing imaginary buttons on your screen, or actually you can use a controller on the computer, but it's a mobile game first, right? So they have to prioritize the controls to work on the phone, and then you can play on your computer. You can play it interchangeably too, right? I believe it's on PS4 as well. Whatever your account is, you log in. Because it's a completely online game, you pick up right away. It's free, so that's a big thing going for it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I definitely recommend it if, again, you don't have a problem with the thing I said earlier. And I believe, because you load up into dungeons, right? Like when you load into a dungeon, like there are the shrines and stuff, it's an instance, you have to pick your party. I want to say, I'm not a promise because I haven't gotten that far in the game or read too much about it. I'm trying to experience it pretty blind, as I like doing most things. There might be co-op or raid-related stuff later on. I haven't gotten there yet, but you got a friends list, and it doesn't look like your normal mobile friends list. I haven't been sending hearts or shit like that to my friends, so who knows? It looks like it's fully capable of doing multiplayer stuff, so there's been a lot of games doing that now. You could do co-op in King of Fighter All-Stars, you do co-op in Dragalia Lost. It is a gotcha. So far though, and which I'm usually good about this, like I could tell if it's a game that's playable without having to spend money or not, and I will probably be gone from the game early on before I even get to the point that I know I have to spend money. Which is not good for the game. You should support your games if you like them. I guess I'm like that guinea pig test to find out if this game is good enough you don't have to spend money. So anything you decide to spend is kind of like your way of supporting the company. But it doesn't seem like a game you have to spend money on to enjoy at this point. I don't know, maybe you have to purchase some of the end game content. I don't know. But I've already summoned a few times within the first day. You get the in-game currency pretty fast by doing quests and stuff like that. It seems pretty fair. It actually reminds me a lot of Dragalia Lost in many way, which I would say is probably one of the best phone games because it doesn't feel very ham-fisted. The collection rates are good. It's pretty easy to get everything. It gives you a lot of the necessary characters to play the game through the storyline. It doesn't have like a custom character. You have like the default character, which in Dragalia is the prince, and you have the twins in this one taking the same role. Oddly enough, I think instead of red eyes, it's yellow, but they kind of look the same. Like the main character from this Genshin Impact looks similar to the prince from Dragalia. And I guess that's kind of funny because Dragalia was originally supposed to be based off of Breath of the Wild from what I've heard, or what I've been told. And then it kind of just became its own entity. So I guess it was supposed to be kind of like a Legend of Zelda dungeon runner. Because I don't think it drastically changed what type of game it was. Just the assets in it. So that's funny if that's the case. But, yeah, I don't know, I'm having fun. I just rambled for 8 minutes about a phone game. What else is going on? Oh, dude, the presidential debates are coming up. What is it, tomorrow? I got things to do. I probably won't be able to watch all of it live. I don't know. I might be able to catch the end, depending on when my things end, but... I know the place where I'll be at, they're watching it. I'm probably going to end up doing yard work and stuff for them. It's family-related things. I know he mentioned that he wants me to watch it with him. So he might pull me in if I'm taking too long to watch it. But I think it's going to be the equivalent of like a one-sided fist fight, you know? Like when two people get on the street, and one of them clearly knows what he's doing, and the other one doesn't. That's what I think it's going to be. Not that I think either of these people really know anything about what they're talking about. When it comes to a debate, though, man, is the sitting champ probably just going to slap him, though, because a debate is its own type of art form. And the sitting champ is a little bit more spry in the mind and in the tongue, and also in general is just better at debating. So I don't know, it'll at least be entertaining, right? At the very least it'll be entertaining. I got it. I'll probably, If I don't catch any of it live, I'll probably watch a highlight later on. I actually almost thought it was today. When I woke up, I thought today was Tuesday. Nope, it's Monday. It's probably why it's a Crash Man Day, because it doesn't even feel like a Monday. But I'm really bad at remembering what day of the week it is. The only time that I just kind of instinctually know what day it is Wednesdays and Saturdays, because that's when I do the podcast. And you think having those anchor points would let me figure out what day of the week it is without checking for the other ones, because it'd be like, okay, well, it's 1 day from or 2 day from or whatever. But no, the other days in between just kind of blur together. That's just that's how life is. I'm actually constantly like, because my schedule is not set. Other than that, like, everything's flexible. I'm constantly like setting myself reminders, like, hey man, in like an hour or two, this is when you're supposed to be doing this. And it's like, oh, okay, I'll be sure to go and do that. Because otherwise, I'll just get lost in art or project or whatever I'm doing. Right? I kind of just like tune the world out and do my thing. And I like that, but I hate it at the same time. I hate that I can get into a state where I tune out the world. Especially because like I suffer from paranoia. And just because the world's tuned out doesn't mean that stops. In fact, if anything, it gets worse, because then my mind starts sometimes putting things in there that may not be there. I'd find it worse if it's just becoming attuned to things that might be there. I don't know. I just know that it is a very frightening thing to tune the world out when you really think about it. The artist might say it's great, right? You're becoming like in tune with the universe at a higher level or something like that. I don't know. But coming from somebody with paranoia, it is frightening. It's useful, but it's frightening. I don't know how to make it stop. Oh well. Try not to think about like horrible things. It's a good day. The sun is shining. The wind is blowing. Heard some birds chirping earlier. Not too many, but birds are chirping. You should walk around. Should enjoy it. If it's equally good where you are, you should walk around and enjoy it too while you have the chance. If it's not good and you have to stay inside, well, use this as an opportunity to get something done, and then enjoy it the next time it's good. I don't know. Life's great. And even when it's not so great, it's still great. It's better than not. Catch you guys later.